Caterham Automobile repairs. If you're looking for help fixing your Caterham automobile, look no further. Our comprehensive Caterham Automobile repair guide will explain common issues, provide tips, and maybe show you how to repair your vehicle. Exhaust smoke. Unusual smoke from your car's tailpipe isn't good news, and different colors of smoke depict a different story. White or gray smoke. White smoke indicates that the coolant is being combusted along with the fuel and there is a leakage somewhere in the engine block, cylinder head, and head gasket. Blue smoke. Blue smoke indicates that there is a leakage in the valve seals or guides, or the piston rings have worn out, which are causing the engine oil to penetrate into the combustion chamber, which is causing the oil to burn along with the fuel, hence causing blue smoke. Black smoke. This means that excessive fuel is being burnt in the combustion chambers due to a leak in the fuel injector, a stuck fuel pressure regulator, or a restriction in the fuel combustion pipe. This usually happens with relatively older cars, and in such situations, it is very crucial to get the leaks checked by a specialized mechanic. Dead or discharged battery. A dead or discharged battery is a very common car problem reported. There are plenty of reasons for your car battery to doze off, like leaving electricals on when not in use, faulty charging, parasitic drain, defective alternator if the battery is beginning to show its age. All these factors can cause a car battery to rapidly discharge, which will make your car inoperational when you need it. So if you ever end up in such a situation with your car, there are basically two options you can resort to jump starting the car for this. You need a jumper cable and a donor car whose battery you will use to charge your car. Place the positive and negative terminals of the jumper cable on the positive and negative terminals of the donor car battery respectively. Then start the donor car and let it run for a few minutes. After some time, your car battery would be charged enough for ignition, and once it is done, try the ignition of your car, charging the battery if you have access to a mechanic in a situation of car battery discharge. Then the best thing to do is get the battery removed, and the mechanic will put it up on charging so that it can attain all the juice back. These practices can work a couple of times maybe, but if your car battery isn't responding even after trying both these things, then you probably want to consider getting a new battery for your car. Coolant leak. Your vehicle cooling system's objective is to maintain an optimal operating temperature for the engine. It achieves this by circulating coolant through the engine where it absorbs heat. Then the coolant is delivered to the radiator where the heat is removed from the coolant. When the system has a leak and the coolant level drops too low, it will be unable to remove heat from the engine, and it will start to overheat. Blower fan issues. Blower fan. If your heater's blower fan isn't working, you won't get much heat from the heater core to circulate into your vehicle. Solution. This can be as simple as a blown fuse. It could be a wiring issue, or the blower fan could need replacement. You can check to see if the fuse is blown and replace it, but your mechanic will likely need to intervene if it's more complicated than that. Bad radiator fan. The radiator fan sits in front of the engine and helps cool hot coolant in the radiator before it returns to the engine to help keep it at a safe temperature while operating. When this fan stops working correctly, the radiator will lose its ability to cool the engine and the vehicle can quickly overheat. This will tend to occur more often while driving in traffic and not at higher speeds. In most cases, the solution to this problem will require a radiator fan motor replacement or replace the radiator fan itself. Failed thermostat. An engine coolant thermostat controls engine temperature by blocking coolant flow to the radiator until the engine reaches a predetermined temperature. Because of this, the engine can first warm up efficiently, and then begin to maintain a safe operating temperature once the thermostat opens and allows coolant to circulate. When a thermostat fails, it can either stick open or closed. In both cases, you may find that the heater doesn't blow warm air into the passenger compartment. A thermostat that is stuck open makes it difficult for the engine to warm up and can cause it to run colder than normal.